Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing a positive PCR test for COVID-19 and the implications of that transpiring if one is quarantined in Thailand. So just some background here. We're basically in a quarantine-free situation with respect to entry to Thailand for foreign nationals, specifically vaccinated foreign nationals. However, there is a one-night requirement to stay in a hotel in Thailand and undergo a PCR test. After the results come back, presuming a negative, that individual is then, for lack of a better term, free to go. They can go about their business, continue their travel. So this is massively truncated from the 14 days we were dealing with just a little over a month ago, and even down from the 7 and 10 days we've been dealing with even for vaccinated folks in the past few weeks. So definitely, it's reason to be happy to see this is happening this way. But the thing to take away from this video, and the reason for this video, actually came from a recent comment in one of our videos where the commenter asked, you need to cover what happens to those unfortunate visitors who fail, all in capitals, those horribly unreliable PCR tests. Question mark. As far as reliability, I'm not going to get into all that. Frankly, I don't know, and I don't have the expertise on a professional level to get into reliability. But the question is a valid one, and it's one I think a lot of folks would like to know. What if you come in and you're doing your day and you somehow come up positive in a PCR test, notwithstanding the PCR test before you left, 72 hours before you left, and you've been vaccinated, you still come up positive? Well, you're probably going to be quarantined, and it's probably going to be for at least 10 days, probably more likely 14 days. Again, I suspect this is going to be circumstantially dependent. Current quarantine for the unvaccinated for Thailand is now 10 days for those coming in by air. So, I would say you could probably use that as a benchmark for what would happen. That said, the standard quarantine that we saw up until a few months ago was 14 days. I would say it's probably between 10 to 14 days as a practical matter that someone will then have to be quarantined here in Thailand. Should they fail, should they come up positive on a PCR test after arrival in Thailand during that sort of one-day quarantine period upon arrival.